Today on Twin J Racing, we are going to throw the exhaust, or at least attempt to get the exhaust underneath this beast. So follow along. Welcome back to Twin J Racing, everyone, and we're working on getting the exhaust underneath this thing. I have already done a little hammer work trying to get this in. It's in a very tight spot. It's been kinked there too. I mean, it is what it is. It has to come out, up, and around the transfer case, so it's not exactly the best ideal area. And I really don't want to take it and have an exhaust done at an exhaust shop. That's not my idea of saving money on a project. So follow along, and we're going to try to get this exhaust pipe put in there. See if that last round of dent work has done anything. We do have a muffler, because it didn't come with the muffler. It's a knockoff of a Flowmaster, but it is, you know, it is what it is. And I got collector gaskets I purchased. Collector gaskets, so we can get this all hopefully put together and quiet it up so it's not open headers. We're trying to get it, like I said, it's got to snake around through here and out. So and I've already had it in and out of here a couple of times. Oh, nope, that's the wrong side of that brace bar. Like, that one ain't too easy. Yeah, that's why. Wrong side of the brace bar. And yes, it is missing the front drive shaft. Oh, close. Way closer than we've been, but not quite. So we need to hit it right in that area. Get it marked. I mean, we are nanometers from getting that twisted in the way we need it to. All right. From what I can tell, this peak up here that peak up there needs a little love. Then right down through here. Hang on, that's too bouncy there. More massaging. Hopefully this time it'll go in and stay in. That's the dream. Then we can move on to putting the muffler on and everything else. And then the next trick is going to be locating a front drive shaft for this and making sure all of that fits around my exhaust. I think it will. Okay, we're going to throw these collector gaskets in. All of this fun stuff came off of Amazon, in case you were wondering. I used to go to Canola's, but since they're no longer in business, I will make my life easy. And what I'm going to do when we get to it, oil. I'm going to double nut this. When we get all of these tightened and done, I'm going to put a secondary nut on these so they don't back off. And then when we're done with this side, we're going to go do the same to the other side. And then I got to put a muffler on the back of this. You don't want to gorilla these, because you will actually bend the flange, which I think this one's already been bent. But that's not something I did. But it does happen very easily. When the truck doesn't have a body lift, there's not a lot of room in there. Now, we're going to put the second nut on all of these, like I had talked about, because I want to make sure these nuts don't come loose and then cause the header gaskets to blow out. We got all of this done yesterday, because yeah, it's now a day later. So we're going to go ahead, put the muffler up here. That's way. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get that muffler put up there. So that way that's done. Let's see, that's offset and then center out on that side, and that puts that up there. So let's grab the clamp. We'll slide that puppy on there first, that way I don't forget it. Not that I would ever do anything like that. And then we'll put this one on. Yeah, it annoys me that they're a little bit that they're two different heights, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Just making sure it's in the shot. Let me grab my tool here. I gotta get a clamp, another clamp or two to finish this up, but there's a hanger right here that we're gonna use to hang that on. This feels like it's good and tight. So that part of this is done. Now I need to get my other exhaust flange and our other collector gasket and finish tightening that up, and then we can hear how this thing sounds. Just double nut them so that way they don't decide to try to leave the chat, loosen up. I've had that happen where these will loosen up and leave the chat. Happened on the race car going in the second round one time. I dropped my whole exhaust system in the middle of the track. Not good. Especially when it was at the Olds race. Really made me feel bad. But a friend of mine got a free win out of it, so I had to claim broke because my exhaust was hanging under the cart. That's about as close to done as it's going to get to it's on, and it's quiet. So like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll catch you boys and girls in the next one.